Now that's a caffeine shad, which is our version of a soft plastic, jerk bait. But to me, this bait has over most jerk baits out there, soft plastic jerk baits. One thing, it's like mush. It's so soft. It's loaded with salt, real heavy. You can throw it 75 yards. It's a big bait. This is actually the 4-inch one. We make the 5-inch one. We make a 4 and a 5. I particularly like the 5. Again, this time of the year, the shad are getting bigger. But the main deal with it is you can fish it, you can throw it out there just like a regular soft plastic jerk bait, and skip it on the surface like a shad, or you can kill it. And then when you do, it falls like one of the, the Cinco style baits. So that's what I like about it. I can fish it fast off the edge of that grass and then just kill it and let it sink and deadfall. And then it just, it's squirming, and it's just a real natural dying action as it's falling. And because it's so soft, what it has over those other plastic jerk baits, when they suck those in, most of them are hard plastic. Well, this one being extremely soft, they will eat it when they get it. A lot of times I'll use it behind a topwater bait, a buzz bait. I'll have it rigged up. It's a bait that I have rigged up a lot because there's always an application for it. I'm flipping down this grass, poosh, poosh. This time of the year, those fish come up schooling. Pew, I got it laying right there where I can, fire it out there and fire it right to them, to get a quick bite. Or if it's cloudy and those fish are on the edge of that grass, and I'll skip it around, let it sink. And sometimes I'll let it fall out there in 8 or 9 foot of water, depending on the situation. And it's just so good in clear water. I like it when when they can really see it. Another thing you can do with it is just wind it. I'll just wind it on the surface real fast, and it's just so natural, such a natural action. But I rip it off that grass and then just kill it. So what I'm doing is when I rip it off like that, I'm getting that fish to look at it. He hears that sound and looks, and then there's that bait falling like it's dying. So it looks like it's a bait fish that's been hit by a fish, and it started to die. Now, on this particular bait on setting a hook, it's totally different from, say flipping. When I throw that bait out there and I fish it and all of a sudden I see the water boil, I start picking up my line, not really in a big hurry. I'm using a 7-to-1 XO reel, which is fast, and I start picking up that slack, and I want to feel that fish. I don't set the hook on the sight, of the boil or seeing the water move. I want to feel that fish loaded up on the pole. I want all the slack out of my line, when I decide to set the hook. Because what will happen a lot of times on a bait like that, when you see that initial, when he boils out there and gets it, he may only have part of it in his mouth. But by the time I get it reeled up and put a little pressure on him, he'll feel that, he'll crush it because he thinks it's going to get away. And a lot of times you're making extremely long casts because, maybe a deal, the water's real clear. I make long casts, fish comes up blowing up, make long casts. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of line out before you set the hook, and I just want all the slack out of the line, when I set the hook.